Good morning, students. It is the video of class 11 who study English core. It is the second chapter taken from the book The Snapshots. It is one of the lessons composed by Marga Minko. Actually, this writer who writes about the address really this is about the event that took place during the war in Holland imposed by the Nazi government. That was the most disastrous condition ever imposed on the people who were the non-Aryans, as according to him this was defined by himself. So the Nazi party had its own philosophy, but this philosophy was not only provoked and provoking to the idea of nationalism to love Germany, but to oppress and behave atrociously with all those people who were non-Aryans. And so the Jews were the worst victim of the Nazi, that was the Adolf Hitler, whose programs and policies were so cruel, suppressive and oppressive that thousands and thousands of people had to die before the maturity of their death. So here you will know what did happen to the narrator and her mother, that you will understand. You will understand that how people take advantage of the people who are in distress. Really, no one is ours. Marga Minko, born Sarah Menko, 31 March 1920, is 95, Ginneken, Netherlands. Pen name is Marga Minko. A slight change in the vowel. Occupation. She is a famous journalist, writer. Which language? Dutch language. Her real surname was Menko, but an official accidentally switched the first vowel, due to which her name just came to be known as what? Marga Minko. Let us know about something in detail about the narrator, which is written here. In 1957, Minko published her first book, Het Bittere Truth, in which a nameless character goes to war. Experiences reminiscent of the author's. It took a long time for the narrator to visit that address, as she was afraid of being confronted to things which would evoke memories of her past when her mother lived. After the first visit, the narrator returned to the address, lucky to find only Mrs. Darling's daughter, who invited her in. Along the passage, the narrator noticed their old Hanukkah candle holder that was so precious, so valuable. It also tells that how she wanted to get all her belongings that were taken by Mrs. Darling from the narrator's mother. But how selfish was Mrs. Darling, who really did not like to even notice that we narrator as an acquaintance whom she had once seen. How one can behave like this, it is such inhuman, and that selfishness one cannot think of. But it really happens when you are prospering, when someone improves mentally, physically, and economically. Really, we have lots of friends. But when we lose everything in our life, those who just are our friends, they also desert us. So, desertion and accompaniment are the part and parcel of life. One can never deny to it. The short story is a poignant account of a daughter who goes in search of her mother's belongings after the war in Holland. When she finds them, the object evokes memories of her old life, how she used to live so comfortably. She had never known that the cutleries, the spoons, and the bowls that were used for eating the things were made of silver. But her mother told her later on. However, she decides to leave them all behind and resolves to move. Why? Because when understands that the person who has possessed her things is really adamant not to give, her intention is so bad, and the process of legality could not be entertained, why not she should go away? Instead of possessing the things that she had once, she does not like to involve herself in the process of just fighting for that thing. It is her generosity, I can tell, or the imposed condition of life that one likes to designs from there. What does happen before war in the Holland? Marga Minko, the narrator, she was a girl of 15 or 17. Her family was Jewish and Hitler was planning to kill all the Jews in Germany, Holland, Austria, etc. Probably she was away from home. Mrs. S, the narrator's mother, S, maybe Suzanne, Susanna, etc. Mrs. Darling, a very wicked, shrewd woman. She visited the narrator's mother, saying that she was her classmate 2 years ago. We do not know if it was so or not. She offered to help the narrator's family by carrying their household utensils, furniture, and all the other valuables. Whenever she comes, Whenever she came, she carried all the belongings that was full of all the bags and suitcases. While taking it, she must have felt such difficulty in carrying, but she was so stout and strong and determined to take the things that she wanted to possess because she was not in a position to buy such precious and costly things. In fact, she had no intention to help the narrator's family. All she hoped was that the narrator's family die in the war and never return. It was her evil intention. She was willing that she could neither disclose the things that someone is carrying the things from her house, nor they could remain alive even after the war. That's why she was willing to carry all the things, thinking that if she does not take, someone would possess it. So it was her ever intention. The war was over, and everyone except the narrator and the narrator's family was either deported, sent out of one's own country, or killed in the gas chambers concentration camp. When the war was over and the Jews were feeling safe in their countries, Marga, the narrator, returned to her house, which was no more, and lived in a small hut. It was quite sultry. It was such a room where she had to do all the things. One day, Marga thought of the woman, Mrs. Joy, who had taken all her possessions. She remembered her address. What was the address? Road number 46, house number 46, Marconi Street, and Marga went to Marconi Street by train. Thank you, children. Thank you that you have heard. I will tell you something more in the next video that you will know all about the lesson, as well as I will tell you the word meanings and many other things in the next video. Thank you, children.